Hello wizards, and welcome to part 5 of Unit 3 on Cultural Rites of Passages. Let's look at a short story by Olunosen Luisa Ibaze entitled The Rites of Passage. The drums rolled as the young dancers jumped up and down, twisting their young bodies. The birds joined in the chorus as if aware of what was going to take place in the next few minutes. It was a wet and cool morning, as it had rained heavily in the previous night, and the sun was taking its time in waking. Mothers, both young and old, had wrapped themselves in brightly colored wrappers, with their young ones tightly strapped to their backs as they danced separately from the young girls in circles. Amidst the cold, I sat sweating in the large, airy hut with 20 other girls of about my age. Beautifully adorned, today was a joyous day for our mothers and village, as it was the day we would become women, the day we would be initiated into the sacred institution of womanhood, which marked the beginning of the lessons in the art of pleasing our future husbands, and finally, the day that we will be circumcised. According to the older women, on this day, the rose that stoked the embers of promiscuity and indecent desires would be taken out, and we would become modest women. I still remembered vividly that my sister was circumcised the year before, like it was yesterday. The younger girls had danced and cheered as old Iya, with her shaky hands and unsterilized razor blade, had walked towards the hut, where the girls sat waiting. We were not supposed to see, but I had peeped and not missed the sight of my sister being held down firmly by two older women and her legs spread. Old Iya had busied herself between her legs. I would never forget the screaming from my sister's young lungs as the old woman had lifted her bloody hands and, dipping them into the bowl beside her, rubbed the dark contents of the bowl on the wound she had created. After which, she tied my sister's leg tightly together with a strong twine before placing her on a raffia mat and left to bleed and then heal. As mothers, amidst the screams of their daughters, let out cries of joy, and we novices danced to the success of the rites of passage. The smell of stale blood still lingers in my nostrils as I help my mother nurse my sister back to health. The bleeding of most of the girls stopped after a few days except one. Perhaps old Iya had made a mistake and cut her too deep, but the woman had said that she was a weakling and that she would never please any husband. She had died because she had never stopped bleeding. Only the strong ones had healed and danced. My sister had survived, but she had never fully recovered. After her first baby, she could not control her urine anymore. Her husband had sent her away because she said she stank. Today I sit trembling with other girls my age, wondering what my fate would be, for I know no better. I want to be a woman too, but do I have to endure such pain before I become one? I cannot say or tell as I look around the hut. I can see silent questions in their eyes and the expressions on their faces as we wait. Who are we to question the tradition of our forefathers? The thatched door opens as the women step in, letting the sun as old Iya finally steps in with her hands shaking as she lifts her unsterilized blade. They have come for us.